Jones. 5 on the floor for the Clippers. For the homestanding Kings, it's Westbrook, Levine, Hunter, Renault, and DeRozan. And we've got a foul. What else is new in the NBA? That was back in 2008. Now Lopez Brook is the last man standing. We actually have 3 guys from that draft class, 2008, in our game. Nick Batum, Westbrook, and Lopez, all still surviving 17 years into the NBA. DeRozan trying to turn the corner against Collins, and he'll go to the free throw line. Take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. A couple games on here. That's a 6 p.m. tip-off Eastern Standard Time. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Second of 4 meetings during the regular season between the Clippers and the Kings. Back to the iron, run down by DeRozan. Kings trying to snap a 10-game losing streak. It's really hard to believe that a team with this talent, this group of veterans, could lose 10 consecutive. Renault with the left hand.
Great job, soft touch for Max. And yeah, back to your point, Eric, it's just head scratching. I mean, even watching the first half, Russell just 4 points in the first half, 1 of 5. DeMar 1 of 3 with 3 points. You know, it's like old fighters who you don't want to see fight anymore. You just don't want to see these kind of performances from guys who've done some big things in this league for a very long time.
Good team defense by the Kings. They lead by 3. Hunter. Hunter was having an atypical shooting year as a Cleveland Cavalier. That was one of the reasons why they even considered trading him. It was a big piece when he came over the trade deadline a year ago from Atlanta. But his shooting has dipped below his norm.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate concern to see if he can be consistent as Derek Jones Jr. slips in, and they're going to need that. I mean, the pairing of Keegan Murray and DeAndre Hunter, for them to establish like wing defense superiority between those two, and Keegan being the shooter, but DeAndre is going to have to be consistent for them.
Hunter getting a bit frustrated. He's only 1 for 7 shooting the basketball. Stuck on 4 points. Collins powers it up and in. Let's check it with Christina.
Yeah, 1 for 7 for DeAndre Hunter, but he only has 2 practices and 1 full game under his belt. Hunter told me that I feel like I got about 75% of the playbook down, but he told me the coaching staff said it's closer to 90. The message from that staff has been be aggressive, handle the ball more. But one cool thing about the trade, he told me, was watching guys like Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan growing up and now playing alongside them. He said despite the record, this is still a blessing.
Thank you for Christina for keeping us in check and giving us some perspective, which is fair.
Yeah, totally
Dramatic week from Cleveland to the West Coast. New offense, new teammates. Yes, there's a lot going on. Thank you, Christina, for that.
Kawhi Leonard hit a 3 a moment ago. This time pushes off and misses a layup. Karma got him. Kings down a pair. Westbrook. Hunter is bumped, and now we'll try and get in a groove at the free throw line.
Second time, Eric, we've seen that DeAndre Hunter, even though the three's not
number 12, everywhere he's been, both Atlanta and Cleveland, but 12 is out of the mix. Anywhere else, there's Scott Perry.
Take a look at Scott Perry inheriting this team just last April, and there's a lot of work to be done. And he was talking to local media today about the trade deadline and what it is that Sacramento is hoping to do, and said, you know, we're not going to rush anything. And certainly a lot of talk about trading DeMar, trading Zach LaVine, trading Russell. Sabonis not playing in this game. He was a lot of chatter around the Toronto deal. None of those things happened. So Kings are going to be moving at their own pace.
Tied at 57. Saucy score. If you had Renault being the leading scorer for the Kings, you win. He's got 10. Westbrook, little short. Tipped right into the waiting arms of Kawhi Leonard. Leonard. And Levine. I thought he would have been last to touch.
Their pace is one thing. Having these fans have to That's
Second dunk for Kawhi Leonard.
Sorry to mess your call up there, Eric, but you know these fans are hungry for on the scoring tear right now.
At 49.
What an impressive year he has had.
49 in game against the Hornets. Westbrook had his shot touched, came down with it, and he clearly wasn't touched, and he's called for up and down, which is a travel.
Yeah, but possession up, possession down, that's a travel.
Yes. Leonard pays it off. Leonard is now 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Dunn, Leonard, Lopez, Collins, and Jones playing with a 3-point lead. Collins. And Collins with a Euro step to get past the Frenchman. And a foul. Chance for a 3-point play.
What great body control.
Team. Give him 15. And the lead is 6. This equals the Clippers' largest lead. They've trailed by as many as 10.
Maybe Doug Christie needs to go back to the monastery and get Malik Monk back on the court.
Monk was
Give some
fantastic
points
for a burst in the first quarter. I'm telling you, this Renault's got talent. Very soft touch for the 7-footer. He's 22 years of age, was a 4-year guy at Stanford, and put in the work in the books. He is a double major, math and computer science. Lopez puts a 3 in his eye, though.
He miscalculated the defense that time. Not anywhere close. And we talked about that the very first
vector.
Yeah, the very first possession of the game. That's going to be a learning point for Max tonight to have to guard the pick and pop, especially with Lopez, because he'll be 4 or 5 feet behind the line.
Here's Renault. Feeling his oats a little bit. Fires well, who was a sensation in the first half. Clippers bring in Nick Batum. The veteran wears 33. Here's Clifford. Welcome back to the game, Nick Clifford.
Good pace on that from Nick, just coming off the handoff from Cardwell. Had enough space there and soft touch on the floater.
Leonard, long 2. 2 points for Kawhi Leonard. He has got a game-high 22. It is impressive that Leonard, just like a metronome, just keeps moving along, even though this team that he signed up for is radically different than it was just a week ago. Another bucket for Cardwell. No James Harden, no Ivica Zubac. They're not coming back. Yet Kawhi Leonard just continues to be professional and put up points. Lopez wants it on the block. Instead, they go the other way. Now they get it to him. Just 3 on the shot clock. Lopez, tough chance. Westbrook, vintage.
Well, the rim,
still do it.
Yeah, the rim protector Lopez running down the right side. As soon as Russell saw that from half court, he knew he was going to get somewhere to the lane, got all the way to the bucket.
Another long 2 for Leonard, and another matches.
Not great for Sacramento to keep switching this to have their big and Cardwell out there on Kawhi.
Cardwell with the left hand. It stays with the Kings momentarily. Clippers get it back. Wow, great ball handling. Leonard was sandwiched, and he sets up Jones. How about Kawhi Leonard? Changed from Lloyd to World B3, but he could score.
What a unique jump shot as well as a smaller guard. Incredible lift off the floor. Kind of a side shot, slingshot, a little behind the head. Nothing like a World B3 jumper.
Hunter continues to struggle with his outside shot. Clippers have the lead in the ball, up by 7. New to the ball game is Kobe Sanders. Sanders keeps the dribble alive. Out to Jordan Miller. Nick Batum a touch.
Wow.
And the veteran Frenchman rings the bell. 1,818 threes now for Batum in his career.
He's had an amazing career. Still able to do it. Steadying force. Great for the locker room. Good to see him knock that one down.
Malik Monk. Maybe he should be playing a little bit more. He only played 9 first-half minutes, had 9 points. Comes into the game in the third quarter and immediately splashes 1. Lopez had his jersey grabbed, no call, got frustrated, gets his shot blocked. DeRozan. Clifford. Brook Lopez's jersey has come untucked, and I think it's because of the defense.
It's nothing he's done. It's nothing he's done. I assure you that.
Nobody roots for Goliath. Sanders. Another rebound for Cardwell. Subs waiting at the scores table for both sides. Monk gonna let it fly. He is on fire right now.
I mean, how good was that move? Low dribble, crossing over, got that thing into the shooting pocket, and the way it went.
15 points in 11 minutes for Malik Monk. He has attempted 5 3-pointers and made them all. He's attempted 2 2-pointers and missed both. And what do we got? A foul on Sanders for one. Malik Monk will be surrounded by Clifford, Cardwell, Carter, and Plowden. And we've got a foul 8 seconds into the fourth quarter. Not elite as a free throw shooter, just 69%, but then hasn't played a ton. He was the 24th overall pick back in June. Chance to tie it.
Kings have not been great coming back in games this year. The third quarter, obviously, record indicative of those kind of struggles, but it's a little different now. I think young guys are going to start finishing these games.
John Collins usually goes straight up. This time he cocked it down a little bit. And you can't even get him for 4 quarters.
Well, the hope with the center of this lineup to get acclimated to the Kings.
Kings have a game tomorrow here in this building. They're going to take on Hunter's former team.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers will take on the Kings. Monk has so far today. That trend continues. He's perfect for behind the arc, but he hasn't made anything inside the arc. And look at
The lead on this possession.
Carter whips it over to Monk. Left-handed pass of beauty. Monk finds Cardwell. Cardwell with a double-double, 10 and 13. We're tied at 81. Sanders loses it. Here comes Monk. Transition 3. The Mad Monk.
Every bit of what they can get offensively.
Dunn, Jones, Miller, Leonard, Lopez playing together for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 10, currently down 3. Leonard. Long 2-pointer for Leonard. Long 2 for Leonard. He's now got 26, and it's a 1-point game.
And Kawhi's more than fine with the long 2-pointer. He shoots those quite well.
Monk somehow knew where Carter was. Look at the basketball. Lopez snuffs it away. Carter finally cleared by Dunn.
Great action. Lopez, great timing, and a huge block on Cardwell that kept this crowd from going nuts.
Miller resets, working against Plowden. Lopez locates the line and hits the 3. Oh, the veteran on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, great D. Spotted up in the corner. Big knockdown for the Clips. Their 6th 3 of the game.
We've got a combined 13 threes. We're back in the 90s. Carter just being dared to shoot. That was clearly a scouting report dare. Wow, just amazed those hands sometimes with Leonard. What a gift. Leonard, quick spin. Nobody does it better.
Well, he had Plowden on the post. Nick Clifford came over and came to the high side. As soon as Kawhi saw that double team come on the high side, spun to the baseline. Hits the J.
Well called timeout by Ty Lue. His team has responded with a 7-0 run. Plowden's first shot of the game. Welcome! A 3-ball for the youngster, Daquan Plowden.
Great for Daquan stepping in, having to guard Kawhi Leonard on one end, but knocking down his shot in a big moment there.
The pride of Bowling Green, Nate Thurman's alma mater. No! Score the goal! Prayer answered for Chris Dunn. Chance for a three-point play. So the lead is 4 for the Clippers. 11 lead changes, 13 times we've been tied. Monk has not missed a 3. 6 for 6 from behind the arc. Monk darts inside. Plowden is blocked by Lopez. It'll stay with the Kings.
You looked at me with the same raised eyebrows that I was looking at you as Plowden tried to.
So the lead is 4 for the Clippers. 11 lead changes, 13 times we've been tied. Monk has not missed a 3. 6 for 6 from behind the arc. Monk darts inside. Plowden is blocked by Lopez. It'll stay with the Kings.
You looked at me with the same raised eyebrows that I was looking at.
It's going to go in. First triple miss for Monk, and it was halfway down. He had been 6 for 6. Lopez. Cardwell gets his revenge. Shot clock doesn't reset. Miller, left-handed player, got to his left.
Tough finish. Great defense by Cardwell. Giving some of it back there to Brook Lopez.
Monk whips it to Clifford. Into the corner. Pretty safe option here if you're a Clipper fan. Leonard. Good job defensively by Plowden, who's only getting playing time because of the injury to Hunter. Cardwell picked it up like a shortstop and throws it in with a half hook and gets the crowd. So he has got 12 points and 13 rebounds. 8 of his 13 rebounds have been offensive. This is a guy who's an undrafted free agent who has turned into a player. Kawhi Leonard has Plowden draped all over him. Leonard leaves it for Dunn. That's a big three-pointer for Chris Dunn.
Great tempo by Chris. Feet were set. No rush as that pass approached his hands and knocks down a huge 3.
Dunn's now 2 for 3 from behind the arc. Those are pennies from heaven if you're a Clipper fan. Clifford out to Carter. Shot clock's down to 5. Carter. Cardwell again. Man. This kid's got a bag.
What a way to celebrate his new contract here for the Kings.
Got a couple bags. Leonard sneaks behind the defense and sets it out to Jones. Oh, it works.
Wow.
Leonard gave up a layup for a jumper by Jones. Opportunities. Who knew? Clippers win the race to 100. Lawler's Law, anyone? It's a 9-point lead for the visitors. Monk, Cardwell. And Cardwell got caught up in...
And so he'll guard more of the spot-up shooter.
Monk bounces it to Carter. Again, they just dare him to shoot. Oh, and Collins with 5 fouls. A risky play, but he gets the block. I guess you can always trust to Collins. Lopez. Jones. Wow. Score the goal.
Streaking Derrick Jones Jr. The pass and the cut off the post. And a great finish.
5:20 remaining. Kings starting to limp a little bit. And Clifford stems the tide. He'll go to the free throw line. Clifford 9 points in 28 minutes. Comedy legends Kevin Hart and Kenan Thompson.
And what we're seeing here, Eric, is the Kings committed to playing their young guys, giving them experience. Here we are in the fourth quarter, still striking distance for their basketball team to get back in the game, and going up against the Clipper experience team that's played a lot of minutes, been in a lot of battles, and trying to deal with number 2 late in the game.
Double team forces Leonard to get rid of the ball. Shot clock's down to 4. And a layup. Miller got all the way to the rim.
We'll get our guys to show that again, as Brook Lopez just stood there like a pillar in the middle, and Miller used him.
Monk had a hard time on the gather, still fired it up there. So after making 6 consecutive threes, he's now missed a pair. Maybe a couple of years ago. John Collins. No damage done. Here come the Kings. Carter had it touched by Dunn. Those magical hands of Chris Dunn saved a dunk.
I wonder if that's going to be a take foul.
Leonard is a perfect 10 for 10 shooting free. Maxime Renaud back into the game as the Kings going to play 2 young bigs, Cardwell and Renaud. Renaud picks up the loose ball. There's still time for Sacramento. Plowden hunting the three-point line. Monk blooms off the rose. To play. Monk got caught up in the air, has it deflected out of it. Finds Clifford. And now Kawhi Leonard will probably just dribble for a while and bleed some clock. Done.
Couple of tough possessions here for the Clips to see if Sacramento can capitalize.
That is a big-time move for Carter. Switched to the left hand at the last moment. This guy with the pedigree. His dad played in the league. First-round pick a couple of years ago. He's got a chance. Lopez gave it quickly back to Sacramento. And Carter takes advantage. Chance for a three-point play. That was a mistake.